Welcome to our Team Fresh and Fit Thursday night webinar. I am super glad to have you guys on tonight and so excited about this crazy long list of things that I have been just dying to talk to you about. It's a busy time of year. I don't know about you guys, but I just spent the entire day school shopping, getting school supplies, rushed home, ran to meet the teacher, hit all the campuses, ran to dinner, literally just walked in the door, frantically gathering my notes. I just sprinted from my bedroom to my office and sat down and whew, right? So first of all, I am real. I live a real life. I'm a mom. I have 4 kids. It's crazy chaos most of the time. So if you're sitting here right now like I am, breathless, frantic, trying to juggle 1,000 things, trying not to drop something, I get it, and I appreciate your time and your attention, and I promise you that I made the notes about what I wanted to talk to you about yesterday morning when the house was quiet and my mind was fresh, and so I have great content to share with you, and it's going to be worth your time. So thanks for being on. I want to give a special welcome to any of our guests in our Coach Open House that have been hanging out with us this week in our team page. It's an exciting time for us. Our team is growing by leaps and bounds, and we have been planning for and putting together this Coach Open House since we all went to our national annual convention in Las Vegas in June called Beachbody Summit, where nearly 10,000 Beachbody coaches got together and shared ideas and motivation and different ways to help people. And we have been excited to open the doors on our private Facebook group where we hang out and do our business together and encourage one another. And we are really glad that you've chosen to spend some time with us this week. I am Miranda Asmussen. I am 35-year-old mom of 4. I've been a coach for 3 years and started out just wanting a discount on my Shakeology and extremely skeptical about the sales aspect. I had zero confidence, absolutely no inclination to go out and try to sell anything. And yet I did have a dire need to get fit and a dire need for some financial opportunity. We were broke as a joke and struggling. So I had this, even though I had all this skepticism and doubt, I had this little inkling that maybe, just maybe, this coach thing, even as wild and almost humiliating as it sounded to say, I'm a Beachbody coach, and I thought it was so corny, somewhere mixed in that was this hope too, that maybe I had stumbled onto something that was real, that could offer me change in the areas of my life where I was struggling. Fast forward 3 years, in the best shape of my life, right? I have muscles and got my abs back even after 4 pregnancies. And I feel strong in myself and confident because I've achieved and I've grown and I'm surrounded by positive, uplifting people. And that's not even touching on the financial side. Best decision I ever made was to sign up and be a coach. And now I love saying I'm a Beachbody coach. It doesn't sound corny or awkward anymore. And I fully believe with my entire heart that this is an amazing opportunity. And I'm just glad that you're checking things out. It's good to have an open mind. So the first thing we do on our weekly calls is recognition. And I am doing recognition a little bit different tonight. Normally Thursdays I post who made the 100 club and the 200 club based on volume. And I've been out all day, and family comes first sometimes, so that'll go out tomorrow. And tonight, I wanted to do recognition just a little bit differently because I'm running a new coach training right now for all of our new coaches that signed up in July and some who had signed up a long time ago but had just kind of sat out of their business for a while and didn't really work it and just kind of were enjoying their Shakeology discount and not really pursuing the business. They wanted a rejuvenation and to recommit. So I have all these people in our coach training group, and I'm watching them grow, and they're starting to have little victories and little successes, and I'm watching people who have been working hard and who have, you know, come back after some discouraging events or happenings with their business or their life, and they're just rocking it. And rather than look at numbers tonight for recognition, I just want to give some shout outs to some people who are showing tremendous work ethic and integrity and heart and perseverance. And I want to highlight these coaches tonight. I want to start with Molly Gunn. Molly just had her 4th baby girl a few short weeks ago and moved from Colorado to South Texas and has not missed a beat in our training group. Molly was one of the first coaches that signed up with me when I became a coach. She's been with me for a very long time and had to step away for a while and just do life. And now she's back, and she is back with a vengeance. Molly is such a blessing to me because she's a godly woman and she does everything she does with her heart. And yet she has this incredible work ethic and consistency. She has a love of fitness, and it's not hard for her to be obsessed with things like insanity that the rest of us are like, oh my God, time. Molly's like, I just did insanity, it's great. But her numbers are there, and she's a great encourager, and right now she has taken some leadership on, and she's putting together a document for my coaches that is a what to say when someone says whatever, and she's taken all these bits and pieces of advice that I've given to other coaches as they're asking questions in our training group. When they ask a question, I give the answer. Molly's like, oh, I'm putting that in the document. I'm putting that in the document. And she stepped up and taken leadership. And I appreciate that. It allows me to help more people when someone like Molly steps up and says, I'm going to create a document and put together all these different things that you've said and share that with everyone. Wow. What a concept. So thanks, Molly. Shout out to you. Another one is Kelly Dunn. She is my cousin's wife, which makes her sound like this distant remote relative, but she is a dear, precious friend to me as well, like a sister. Kelly, also been a coach for a long time, stepped away from the business for a while, building a jewelry business that is amazing. Check her out on Instagram at Sweetheart Designs. She makes incredible pieces. Very personalized, so check her out. Kelly, oh my gosh, she went Emerald recently. She's signing up 2 more coaches tonight. We were texting just a bit ago about where to place them. Her social media is incredible. She's just reaching out, trying to help people. So kudos to you, Kelly. Jennifer Allen, man, I keep saying this girl's name every call I'm on. Every week I'm praising this girl, up one side and down the other. Jennifer, I don't even have the words. The girl is just a friggin' rock star. Her coaches love her. They follow her. And if anybody has a frustration or a question or a problem, she is on it so fast, wants to solve it for them, and just an incredible, incredible leader. Sandy Preston, she happens to be one of Jennifer Allen's coaches. Shout out to Sandy Preston this week for extremely high volume for such a new coach. She's got Success Club points on the board, but more importantly than that, what I notice in our new coach training group is that Sandy has an enthusiasm and is one of the first people to post on our daily assignments, and is so diligent and so dedicated, and just want to call that out and let the world know that we see you, Sandy. We see you out there working hard. Nicole Wilson. Nicole has been teaching insanity. She works full-time. She has 4 little boys, one of which is not quite 6 months old. And she's been teaching insanity 2 days a week and driving halfway across the world to get from her job to where she teaches and then back home, and building up a group there and helping these ladies get fit through insanity, and still maintaining her Beachbody business as well. So tremendous, tremendous work there. And check her out on Facebook. Her profile, her fitness page is Get Fit with Nick, and she does like a move of the day, workout of the day type thing on her fitness page. So check her out. Lots of good stuff over there. Okay, a few more names to call out. I've got pop-ups coming on my screen here. I want to see what I'm doing, not pop-ups from Norton Antivirus. Renee Smith, crazy, crazy work ethic. This girl, I keep trying to tell her, what can I do to help you? What do you need? I'm good. I got it. I'm good. I mean, she's just like this quiet storm and just gets out there and works. She just works. She helps people left and right like crazy and super independent and just does her thing. She's like, whatever. Crazy good numbers every week. A few more from our coach training group. Marley Davis. Called her out last night on our private call for the new coach training group. This girl's faced some incredible odds this year. Her house burned down. They lost everything. She's got a new baby boy. He's 8 months old, little Kason. And she works as a nurse, sometimes crazy hours, getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And yet Marley's there in our coach training group, diligent, working, asking questions, sharing her struggles, you know, sharing things that she's trying to work through, asking for help. And that does not go unnoticed. So high five to you, Marley. I'm so proud of you, and I expect wildly successful things for you in the short future because you are out there doing everything right. Heather Harbor. Love this girl. She is the cutest, little quirkiest Austinite you'll ever meet. Check her out on Facebook. Heather is so diligent and asks me good questions and takes my answers and goes out and applies them. So Heather, I see that and I noticed that, and I'm so proud of you. I could go on and on and on. Pam Hampton, single mom, works full-time, juggling her Beachbody business, asking questions, taking notes, soaking it all up like a sponge. We were at a training together in Dallas a few weeks ago. First time I met Pam, and we got to sit by one another. And we didn't talk about it, but we found out just this week that both of us heard the reference to a certain pastor and his book and podcast, and we both, without knowing the other one was doing it, have been following him. So it's really cool to share that, and I'm so proud of you, Pam. Melissa Lehman, another name that comes up all the time. Melissa steps up, and the leadership that this girl takes on, she is putting together. This is supposed to be a secret. She's putting together something in November, and I'll let her share about it. But leadership like crazy. She's opened her home before for coaches to get together and hang out by the pool. She's the first one to step up and organize for an event to help us know where to go eat and drive and lead the way so we can follow. Outstanding leadership and crazy good numbers, volume, Success Club points like crazy. Her team is just like blowing up, and I'm so fortunate to have a couple of her new coaches in the new coach training group as well who are just killing it and add so much value to our group. Jessica Bryant, working hard to use that business activity tracker, making changes, having hope, and persevering. So proud of you, girl. Jessica Heckle, pregnant, puking her guts up, constantly so sick with baby number 3, and yet she's got nearly 700 in her volume this week. That's insane. I just want to come up to Arkansas and give you a hug and some Zofran because I hate that you're so miserable. I wish sometimes that we all lived closer together, because I know the struggle is real, and I know that you have a burning passion in your heart to help people and to build this business into something that is meaningful, that you're proud of, that blesses your family. And I know that you're working hard, and I know that your dreams are bigger than what you can feel at this moment. And it's that gap between where you are and where you want to be, that beautiful tension when you're trying so hard to get there, and you see it and you feel it and you know it's there, and you can feel the tension of it pulling you closer and closer and closer, and yet you're not there. I feel that too, and I know what that's like, and I'm just so proud of you guys. and I see the little things you're doing. I could spend this entire call praising you. I know you stay up late at night. I know you get up early in the morning. I know that you write your goals down and you keep your planner, and I know you're reading books on leadership and entrepreneurship, and I know what you're doing, and I appreciate it and I applaud it. You guys, I see the numbers every week, and the challenge groups are full. The training group is full of new coaches, and we've added over 100 people to this coach open house this week. I mean, we're on fire. I mean, this team is off the charts. Just a year ago, when I think back to having just a few people in our team page on Facebook, and I would post something and it was just crickets in there. And you see now, I mean, even our guests can see the life and the vitality that's going on in that team page. So I have, again, so much to talk to you about tonight. And the first thing that I want to do with you is have you take out some paper and a pen or pencil. So grab that. And one thing that you need to know, Chalene Johnson always teaches this: smart people take notes. Smart people take notes. And if you're like me, it's not so much that you go back and review the notes, but it's that process of like writing it down that gets it in your head, and it makes you pay attention. So grab your paper, grab your pen or pencil, and take some notes tonight. Success leaves clues. If you think about follow the leader, the game that that kids play, the leader sets the tone and sets the pace for the line, right? And whatever the leader does, if they do this with their arms, then everyone else has to do this with their arms. If the leader pats her head and rubs her belly, everyone else has to do that. If the leader holds her nose and hops on one foot, everyone has to do that. Life is the same way. Your Beachbody business is the same way. Your health and fitness goals are the same way. Where's the leader? Look around in the areas of the things you're trying to work on and find the person who's just a few steps ahead of you, or maybe a long way ahead of you. Look at what they're doing. Follow them. Ask them questions if you can. Research them. Find out where they went to school, what classes they took, what books they've read, who their mentors are. If they're doing this, you start doing this, okay? Think about it with your fitness, okay? We've all been inspired by someone who's super fit, really strong, and has overcome. Maybe, people who've lost over 100 pounds really inspire me. I, at the most, have lost almost 50 and have since gained some back because I wanted to on purpose. But people who've lost over 100 pounds really inspire me, and I follow them and I watch what they've done, and I try to learn from them because I want to make sure my habits are in line with good health and good weight habits. So if you look around and you try to pinpoint where your leader is, it might not be me. Maybe your leader is Melissa Lehman because you identify with her personality type and you love her social media, and look at what she's doing. You guys have to follow Brandy Trammell. Talk about someone who walks the walk and talks the talk, and incredible integrity, incredible leadership. Follow her. Those of you that are on her team are insanely blessed to have her as your mentor, as the person who's a step ahead of you. If you are in this group because Brandy invited you as a guest to our open house, do not wait. Sign up with her. Be a coach on her team. She will take care of your heart and your fitness and lead you to do amazing things. And I could go on. I said I would get to the content and stop praising people, right? It's so hard. Find out where the leader is in the area that you need to grow. If you've been a coach for a while and you're really great at talking to people, one-on-one, face-to-face, getting on the phone, texting, talking it up at the meet the teacher night, you have no problem with doing shake samples out of your kitchen, have people over, great in person. And maybe your social media is really where you struggle. Maybe that's the area where you find that you need to do the most work. Follow people like Sandy Krakowski, Chalene Johnson, Tara Carr, Scotty Hobbs, Lindsay Matway. Follow people who have amazing social media prowess. Google Facebook algorithm and learn about how Facebook decides what gets seen and by who. Learn about it. Figure it out. Talk to your sponsor coach. Go into your Beachbody Coach online office. There are millions of pieces of marketing information there, of videos to coach you on how to use Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and different formats, YouTube, and how to use those platforms to reach people and truly add value to them and help them in a way that grows your business. There are tools out there, and there are leaders out there, and there are mentors out there. Go do what they're doing. Follow them. The first thing that you need to do as you think about how success leaves clues is to figure out where you need to grow and where your work needs to happen. And then go out there and follow people that are making that exact thing happen for them. Know what to focus on to build success. There are really only two things that you do as a Beachbody coach. There are only two things. First and foremost, you help yourself. And that's not a selfish endeavor. It's like when you're in the airplane and you're getting ready to take off and the flight attendants say, okay, parents, if the cabin pressure drops and the oxygen masks come down, put it over your face first and then reach over and take care of your child. Why is that? Well, you're going to be no good to your child if you pass out from no air. Then you and your child are both in trouble. But if you take that oxygen mask and you put it on yourself first and you start breathing, then you have the capacity and the energy to be able to reach down and care for your child. So with your Beachbody business, it's the same thing. Get yourself consistent with drinking Shakeology every day. Push play on your fitness program according to the schedule. Do your personal development. I've got, the book that I'm reading right now right here by my desk. I'm reading that one, and I'm reading this one with our coach training group. And I actually have devotionals, too, that I read every morning in my Bible. So do your personal development. Take care of your heart. Take care of your mind. Grow yourself as a person. And share your story with people. Get comfortable sharing your story and inspiring others. That takes care of you becoming a more confident, outgoing person. So the first thing you do as a Beachbody coach is help yourself. Put your oxygen mask on, because you are no good to your children, your spouse, your friends, or the rest of the world if you're empty and depleted and exhausted and stressed out. You're no good to anybody else, right? Raise your hand if you've ever been there as a mom or as a dad or as an employee. When you show up and you're trying to be there for people that need you and you're like, I'm just empty. I got nothing. I have been used up and dried up, and I am so exhausted mentally and emotionally and spiritually. We've all been there. So if you don't take care of yourself first, you have nothing to give anybody else. So that's part one of being successful as a Beachbody coach, is helping yourself. And remember, success leaves clues, right? So the first clue about successful people is that they take care of themselves. They get up every day with something that pours positivity into their mind right off the bat. They eat healthy because they've got to have fuel and energy to be able to do the things that they do to build success, right? They exercise. Studies show that successful people exercise every day, most of them in the mornings. That's not me. I can't do it. I shouldn't say I can't. It's very hard for me to exercise in the mornings, but I do exercise every day. This is what successful people do. And again, success drops breadcrumbs. And if we follow those breadcrumbs, we start to realize, okay, taking care of myself is the first step to building success. The second step of building success as a Beachbody coach is very simple. Help others. Number one, help yourself. Number two, help others. Did you hear me say anything about sales? No. Did you hear me say anything about marketing? No. Did you hear me say anything about quotas? No. Did you hear me say anything about requirements? No, not at all. Did you hear me say anything about making sure you order enough product every month to be able to host parties in your house and sell things out of the trunk of your car? No. Number one, help yourself. Number two, help other people. So who are these other people? Who are they? First and foremost, it's the people in your life who are in your life for a reason. They are either in your life because you're related to them, you work with them, you live near them, or they are attracted to you. We all have, an individual energy that we put out. We all have talents and gifts and personalities that are like magnets. And we either repel or we attract. So there are people that are in your life because they are drawn to you for some reason. There's a quality that you have that balances them out or that's similar. So you have these people in your life that are in your life for a reason. You help them. Maybe helping them is a word of encouragement. Maybe it's recommending a good Bible study. Maybe it's a phone call to check on their child who just had their tonsils out. Just help them. It doesn't have to be about Beachbody. It doesn't have to be about trying to sell a challenge pack. Just live your life helping the people around you. Take cookies to the new neighbor in the neighborhood. Yes, cookies. That's okay. Go invite someone who's new to your church to come have lunch with you. Just help people. The other kind of others that we talk about when we say help other people are those who come to you for advice or assistance with their health and fitness goals. Help them. At first, that might mean listening for 2 weeks about their struggles and their goals and what they want out of life and what they want out of their health and what kind of quality that they need in their daily life that they're missing. Having conversations, giving them some tips, providing a free clean eating meal plan for them to get them started. Challenging them to start drinking a certain amount of water each day. That's all free, right? Just help them. Help people. The other kind of people that are going to need your help are those who really need to get on Shakeology and get into one of our fitness programs and have the support of a challenge group. That's a unique kind of person, right? They need the nutritional, dense wash over their body of Shakeology to help with things like diabetes and high cholesterol. And the food quality in our country is declining by the moment. The food industry is creating food-like products that are no longer food. People need this dense dose of daily nutrition to get down into their cells and nourish them and fuel them in a way that literally changes their life. They need the fitness program that fits with their personality and their schedule and their goals, and they need to be in your challenge group to have you there supporting them every single day. Did you do your workout? Did you drink your shake? What are you eating? What is your mind like? Did you get up feeling good about yourself? Hey, I noticed you haven't posted in a few days. Where are you? We miss you. They need that from you. There are over 210,000 Beachbody coaches now. The company is growing by leaps and bounds. And a lot of people will say, well, I'm not going to sign up with you because you already have the entire town of Quitman covered. Everybody there orders from you and buys from you, so there's really no use in me doing it. No, that is wrong. Perfect example. I mentioned Heather Harbor earlier. This girl lives in Austin. She did go to school in Quitman, where I live. We went to the same high school, about 10 years apart. Her sister is currently in high school with my son. Weird, right? Heather is good friends with a girl who lives right across the street from me. It's actually her parents' house, but she lives there on occasion with her husband. They're newly married, and they're there all the time. I don't have them as customers. I've shared Shakeology with the mom a couple of times. She was not interested. Her best friend had come over and tried Shakeology, not interested. I moved on. Heather is friends with this girl, got her into a clean eating group, has been talking to her about Shakeology, having these conversations. Gaby is open to talking about this with her and getting help from Heather. And I wasn't able to reach her because it wasn't a good fit. Gaby wasn't attracted to me. You know, we had the magnetic thing where we were repelling, right? We like each other. It's not that there's an issue. It just wasn't the right timing or the right fit. But with Heather, Gaby and Heather are like, yeah, this feels right. This is the connection. So even though there are over 210,000 Beachbody coaches with thousands more signing up every day, you have the unique ability to reach a certain kind of person who's in your life, who needs your challenge group, who needs the value that only you can offer. Only you. Because they can hear it in your voice, in your language, from your heart, in a way that they can't hear it, doesn't resonate, doesn't make sense. It's not in their language from someone else. That's one of the others that you'll help. The other kind of other that you will help is your coaches. If you're new or you haven't even signed up yet, you may be thinking, oh, that just seems like something so foreign to me because no one's going to sign up as a coach under me, or I'm brand new. I'm just trying to get my first challenge group off the ground, and no one's going to sign up to be on my team. Who am I? I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing. But when you are living your life, number one, helping yourself, and number two, helping others, what happens is you grow as a person. The more you help yourself, the more you start to fill in those gaps in your confidence, in your experience, in your insecurities. You start to fill in all those narrow, low places in your head and your heart. And then you combine that with reaching out and literally serving and helping the people in your life. Put those two things together, and you start to build yourself into a person that more and more people want to be around because you're interesting and you're exciting and you have value to add to them. When they're with you, they feel blessed, they feel energized, they feel inspired and motivated because you're on fire in life. You're excited, you're passionate, you're growing, you've got something you're working on in yourself, with your fitness and your health, and you're reaching out left and right, hand over hand, trying to help people around you. More and more people will be attracted to you. When you study things like popularity, the number one thing that attracts people to popular people is not how they look, it's not how much money they have, it's not how beautiful they are or what family they were born into or what they have or haven't done. It's their confidence. Hands down, it's their confidence. The more you help yourself and the more you help others, the more you build up confidence and the more people want to be around you because they want that too. They want it too. We all need to feel good about ourselves, and we're attracted to other people who feel good about themselves. So when you think about that second step of helping others, there are those people that you know, you're related to, you work with, you live near, and they're just naturally attracted to you. Your close friends, people you like to see on occasion, hang out with, and visit with. There are those people that come to you for help because they see you're on a fitness journey, and they come to you for help. And then there are those people who become coaches on your team who are drawn to you because of your confidence and your achievements, and that they can see you've changed your life and they want to invest in what you're doing. That's how I've gone from being an insecure, overweight, self-doubting, put on my mask and put on a fake smile kind of person to even go out in the community. Someone who I didn't even want to be around myself, much less did anyone else want to be around me. I've gone from that person, and you can ask my husband, you can ask my mother, I'm not lying to you. That is who I was. And I actually keep a picture of myself, and I'll show you. I wasn't very overweight in this picture because I'd only had 2 babies by this point. But when I look at this picture and I see myself smiling, I mean, first I look at my boys, like, aren't they precious? They were so little and so cute. But when I look at myself in this picture, I remember I changed clothes probably 20 times before we went out to dinner that night. And it was for my husband's birthday, and we were going to have dinner with his family, and I would agonize over what to wear. And if you can see, I have on a black, like, really big baggy top, like a sweater, and jeans. And that's what I ended up wearing everywhere I went. I was so insecure, and I would plaster that smile on and dress my kids up all cute and fix my hair, but inside I was miserable. And I lived that way for about 12 years of my adult life, and honestly most of my childhood. And as I have grown and changed because of Beachbody, God led me to Beachbody, and He has used it to make me into the person He wants me to be. And I don't care if you think that sounds crazy. That is what has happened, because He taught me through Beachbody that it was okay to take care of myself. Let me cry, right? He taught me it was okay to take care of myself so that I could be a mom that my kids deserved, so that I could feel whole and not change clothes 20 times and cry my eyes out just to go to dinner. He told me that was okay. And then He told me to go out and help people. And it was through helping others and putting their needs before my own that I truly started to understand where happiness and confidence come from. And I've gone from being that girl to being the person who sits before you now, who can sit here. I'm staring at a camera at my computer in my office by myself. There's no one here. I can't see your face and get feedback, but I know that you need to hear what I'm saying, because this girl needed to hear what I'm saying. And so I only share with you what I know because I have lived it and I have walked it. And through Beachbody, I have gone from being an insecure, skeptical discount coach who had this tiny little inkling that maybe this could be something, with 0 downline, no customers, nothing. Now, I've had over 1,200 people order something from me. They were either customers given to me by Beachbody or customers that came to me because of me. I have over 70 personally sponsored coaches and almost 300 people in my entire downline. And my team is climbing in ranks every week within the company. We ended 2013 in the top 500, and now we're in the top 300, soon to be top 200. And that's not because I'm special. There are people in this business who have gone a hell of a lot faster than I have. There's coaches that signed up a year ago or 2 years ago that are further along than I am in rank, because I had a lot of growing to do. I was very lost, and I had a long way to go. But what I want you to hear from me is that all you have to do to be successful in this business is help yourself and help other people. Success leaves clues. Successful people, whether we're talking about Beachbody or accounting or being a doctor or an attorney or a politician, whatever, take care of yourself. Fill yourself up so that you can go out and help other people. And those other people are going to range from the people who are already in your life to those who don't even know you yet. Those who are going to be coaches on your team, who want to sign up with you, Pam Hampton, with you, Marley Davis, with you, Renee Cotter, with you, Rhonda Horner, with you, Amber Smith, with you, Wes Gilbert, and even with those of you who haven't signed up to be on our team yet. There are people out there who need you and you alone, and they will come to you when you help yourself and you start helping other people. There are 5 specific things. All right, so I know I've been all emotional and heady, and I'm going to get down to some things you can actually list out on your paper. And I know you've got your number 1, help yourself, and your number 2, help others. Start a new list. Here are 5 things that you should be doing every day in order to be successful as a Beachbody coach. And a couple of you may have heard this already because it's been in a video going around by Jimmy Hayes Nelson that he made, and it was also taught at an all-star training event in the DFW area a few weeks ago. Being overwhelmed as a coach is a choice. Take what you're given in bite-sized pieces, or the whole thing, or however you want to do this, and just start taking action. There are 5 things that you should be doing every day to move your business forward, and they're all based on helping yourself and helping others. All 5 of these are based on those 2 principles. Number 1, Jimmy Hayes Nelson calls PPDS. Push, play, drink, Shakeology. PPDS. Push, play, drink, Shakeology. Every day. And you'll be a walking billboard for our products. And in the process, guess what you're doing? You are helping yourself. You will have more energy. You will be strong. You will be fit. And at the beginning, it's going to take you a few times to get your Shakeology mixing down. It is delicious and amazing, but like any recipe, you've got to work with it a little bit, tweak it, make it your own, figure out if you like it shaken up with ice or fancy in a blender with dark frozen cherries and almond butter like I do. It'll take you a few days. In the beginning, we don't care about your taste buds. Just drink it. Just drink it. Push play. Even if you have to stop every 10 minutes and catch your breath and grab your asthma inhaler and get more water, push play and finish that thing. Number 2, personal development. If you're on this call right now, you are doing personal development. If you're reading this book in our Fast Track to Emerald training group, you are doing personal development. If you grabbed Crash the Chatterbox because I've been talking about it like crazy and you're reading it, you're doing personal development. Work on yourself. Again, falls in line with that number 1 principle of helping yourself. Number 3, stories. Have a story. Even if you have not even signed up yet to be a coach, maybe you're in our coach open house and you're watching and you're kind of like, you know, this looks kind of cool. I think I want to hang out with these people, and this looks like a good fit for me. I want to help myself and help other people. You already have a story. You already have a story. Let's say tomorrow night you decide to sign up as a new coach on our team. You start telling people, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. You start telling people that you just spent 5 days inside our team's private group of coaches, and that you felt really awkward at first because you weren't sure what to expect, you didn't know, but as the days gone by, you've noticed what? Fill in the blank. You have felt fill in the blank. You were struck by fill in the blank. You already have a story. You just experienced a few days of hanging out on our team. That's a story. How has it affected you? What has it made you think about? What has this call tonight brought up for you in your life that will allow you to live a little bit more of it tomorrow, to live a little bit of a better life tomorrow, to maybe be a little more motivated, a little more inspired? You already have a story. If you're a new coach and you've been on Shakeology for a couple of weeks or a month, you have a story. I asked in one of my coach pages the other day, no, it was in a challenge group. I asked, I have some people considering Shakeology. What is some little thing that you've noticed that it's done for you since you started drinking it? And I've been drinking this stuff for 3 years now, so sometimes I have to take myself back to, what did I notice at first? What do these new people notice right away? And they gave me this long list of stuff, from my cystic acne is gone, to I'm no longer taking medication for reflux, to I lost 8 pounds in the first 2 weeks, to my hair and my nails are finally strong and thick and shiny and healthy. I've heard things like I can sleep better. My IBS, my irritable bowel syndrome, is like gone. Constipation issues are gone. All kinds of things that people listed out. So if you've been on Shakeology for a couple of weeks, you have a story. Maybe you haven't been doing T25 long enough to have, you know, Danielle Katz's six-pack abs or Shaun T's bulging muscles everywhere, but you do have a story of how you feel, your energy level, being sore, maybe noticing your pants are baggy. So number 3 is having a story and collecting other people's stories and just sharing them. Talk about it. Normal conversation. If you're having trouble sitting down on the toilet because your quads are so sore, tell somebody. Tell somebody. Ask for a good massage therapist recommendation. Tell your story and collect other people's stories. You can tell my story. It's a good one. The 4th thing that you should do every day is make friends and add value. Now we're getting into the 2nd principle of helping others. Make friends with people and just add value everywhere you go. Whether it's for free, in the form of a hug or a word of encouragement, or just chiming into a conversation where you can hear a positive word needs to be spoken. It also could be identifying with someone that's having a really sucky day, and you share that you too are having a really sucky day, and you kind of high-five each other. You're like, well, try again tomorrow, right? Be a friend. Make a friend. Go out there and add value to people. Lift them up. If people, you know, if you search on Facebook #NoEnergy, and you see all these posts come up about people talking about not having any energy, go in there and say, man, I remember when I felt that way. That was horrible. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. It's really awful. And then they're going to ask you, well, you used to feel that way? You don't feel that way anymore? What changed for you? Boom. Open door to talk about your fitness program and your Shakeology. Right? You could meet a need. Go out there and add value to people. If you search #insanity and you come up with 20 people that are doing insanity, go through there and encourage them. Say, man, I remember when I did that program. It was hard, but I had really good results. So press on. Keep going. You're not trying to sell them on anything. You're just adding value and encourage them and helping them. Number 5, invite. Invite, invite, invite. Again, this falls into the 2nd principle of helping others. And it has a hierarchy to this. So if you're doing PPDS every day, if you push play and drink Shakeology, and you do number 2, personal development, and you do number 3, you start telling stories. Stories validate in your mind and in your heart what you stand for. Telling your story reminds you of what you've walked. Telling other people's stories of success starts playing those tapes in your head instead of the negative ones that try to play. When you start making friends and adding value, when you do all of these things, the natural result is going to be that you're going to be inviting people to join you like crazy, because your life is better now. You're excited. Good things are happening. And you're going to invite others to join you. And it may be awkward at first. You may, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to talk to people. You will find your niche if you're in our team, because we will help you. We will help you learn how to do that through our trainings and just through in our team page. Hey, you guys, I got this objection from someone. What should I say? We'll help you with that. As you're going through these 5 things every day, it's not going to be perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to fail. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to skip your workout one day because you got a sick kid or you're sick yourself. You are going to be caught speechless in a situation when you should have a story readily available. You will stumble along until these things become familiar. But what you can do is rely on the practice of learn, do, tweak. Learn what I've talked to you tonight about on this call. Do it. Go out there and do it. See what works, see what doesn't. Tweak it, okay? And then go do it again. And then tweak it and learn some more and go do it and then tweak it again. And learn a little bit more, do it again, and tweak it. And if you continue along that process, you're going to be climbing a mountain. Instead of focusing on the failure, linger on the lesson. Instead of focusing on the failure, linger on the lesson. And don't quote me on that. I got that from a sermon I listened to from Stephen Furtick's church. The pastor's name was Clayton something, so that's not my quote, but it's a good one. Linger on the lesson. Don't focus on the failure. Learn it, do it, tweak it, and you will be wildly successful. Success is the inevitable result of doing the next right thing every day. That's me. You can quote me on that. Success is the natural result of doing the next right thing every day. What's the next right thing? Help yourself, help others. What does that look like? PPDS, personal development, share a story, be a friend and make a friend, and invite. Learn it, do it, tweak it. Success is the natural result of doing the next right thing every day. Don't quit. If you quit, you're guaranteed to fail. You're guaranteed. But if you keep going, you are guaranteed success. It's inevitable. Super proud to be on this webinar with you tonight. Tomorrow is decision day in our coach open house. So if you are one of my coaches that has a guest in our Facebook group, be sure that you take care of them and answer their questions and reach out to them and find out if this feels like a good fit for them. And if not, it's not personal. It's okay if it's not right for you. No big deal. We can all still be friends. But if it is, we're super glad to have you, and we'll take excellent care of you. You will be pulled under the wing of the leaders on our team, and we will hook you up with all the right people and places to help you be successful. I love you guys. You mean the world to me, and I'm incredibly proud and honored to stand shoulder to shoulder with you in this team and create a dynamic of helping ourselves and helping others. Good night, you guys.